In the frozen land of Alaska, where the wind sings among the icebergs and the ocean is a cold silver, humans still exist, not to conquer, but to be in harmony with nature. For the indigenous communities here, especially the Inuit, each whaling season is not just a journey to make a living. But a sacred ritual, a conversation between humans and the sea. When the northern sun is still shy behind the ice, the elders gather the villages. Their deep voices echo in the cold wind, choosing the bravest, those who will face the deep sea. The sealskin boat is carefully inspected, every stitch, every rope, because even the smallest crack can swallow a life. When the first spear is launched, no one sees it as an act of killing, but as the beginning of a prayer, because they believe that the spirit of the sea is listening, and that giant whale is not being hunted, but is voluntarily giving itself to human life. The battle between man and sea is long, fierce but silent. Sweat drops mix with salt water. Breath dissolves in cold mist. When the last whale stops thrashing, no one cheers, only silence, and a word of thanks echoes in the wind. On the white ice, the whole village gathers. The sound of knives hitting bones. Singing blends with the wind. Each piece of meat, each layer of fat is divided equally, as if sharing the ocean's grace with everyone. Not a single part is wasted, because in their belief, respect for life is the only way to continue to exist. When the Arctic night falls, whale oil lamps flicker in every house. The smell of smoke, grease, and the sound of ancient storytelling permeates the air, a reminder that, in what seems to be the most barren place on Earth, a culture still flourishes, as resilient as the heartbeat of Alaska's sea ice. In the endless darkness of the polar winter, where only the aurora borealis paints the sky with magical streaks of light, the Inuit people still keep their traditional fire burning. Each oil lamp burning from whale fat is a symbol of life, of memory, of gratitude. The calloused hands stitching the boat skin, the eyes looking out to the distant ocean, as if searching for the silhouettes of their predecessors, souls dissolved in the cold waves. They do not see the ocean as an opponent, but as an ancient friend. They do not hunt whales to win, but to listen, to understand the eternal law between humans and nature. Because for them, life is not only measured by breath, but also by respect. Then spring comes again, the ice melts slowly, the sea opens, and a new journey begins. The boats glided across the silvery water, carrying hope, faith, and a promise to the ocean. That humans would never forget that they were part of the sea, just as the sea, forever, was part of humans.
It's a beast. Never seen one this big. We'll need more hands to bring it in. colder than I thought it would be.
We need to keep moving to stay warm.
There she blows. Hold steady. I see it. It's a big one.
It's so good to gather like this.
Yes, the fire feels wonderful tonight.
In the midst of the endless white ice, the small people still steadfastly overcome the storms of the north. The wooden boat quietly glides between the icebergs, where giant whales suddenly rise, awakening life in the cold ocean. The hunters wear fur coats, their eyes following the sea and sky, living in harmony with the snow and wind, with the breath of nature. In the distance, the kitchen smoke from the small village rises, the warmth in the midst of the snowstorm, as proof that people always find life in the harsh. In the midst of extreme cold, they not only survive, but also write their own proud story.
Oh, I got one. It's a big one.
In the vast sea of ice, the hunters continue their endless journey. They cross the big waves, row in the cold, searching for traces of whales on the white horizon. Each stroke of the oar is the breath of survival, the strength of humans in the face of endless nature. In the midst of the snowstorm, the horn sounds, awakening faith, awakening the spirit of the sea. In the land where ice and people coexist, the story of courage continues, like the fire that never goes out in the dark night of the north. In the middle of the icy ocean, whalers still persevere against the harsh nature. The wind whistles through their thick fur coats. Their breath blends with the misty snow. Each stroke of the oar, each determined look is a vow of survival in the endless white sea. They return through the fog, carrying with them the story of strength, of faith, and of human flesh and blood mixed with the spirit of the sea. In that cold world, only humans remain, and the will to never give up.
This fish is delicious.
The fire cooked it perfectly.
In the cold wind that cut through their skin, they continued their journey in the frozen land. The footsteps on the snow were traces of courage, of faith in life. By the flickering firelight, they shared a piece of fish, told stories about the sea, about the souls that slept in the ice. In the distance, the boats set sail again, rushing into the gray mist, where the ocean and the sky became one. On that harsh land, people still exist, with love, memories and the desire to live on tomorrow.
This is harder than it looks.
The horns echoed through the mist, waking up the sleeping ice sea. The hunters were small in the vast ocean, but their hearts burned brighter than any fire in the world. The giant whale rose, the water broke, as if nature's answer to their courage. The storm came, but the oars did not stop. Their eyes still turned to the cold horizon. Because deep in the snow and water, the people here understood, life only has true meaning when we keep moving forward. Looking down from the deep blue sky, the ice and snow covered the world, silent, motionless, but full of power. In the midst of the snowstorm, the small people still moved forward, their breath turned to mist, their eyes burning with fire. Their cheers melted into the wind, blending with the drumbeat of nature, fierce but sacred. On the frozen deck, their hands pulled the rope, conquering the fierce waves, challenging the cold sea and sky. And when the ice broke, the water splashed white, they stretched forward, where faith and will were stronger than the eternal winter.